right, so we'll start simply with the shoulders. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, lower the shoulders down and think tall as the shoulders come down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep going at your own pace. Root down through the tripods of your feet, the big toe ball, pinky toe ball, and the heels. Energy up through the arch of your foot, up through your pelvic floor, abdominals, and out through the crown of your head. We'll do one more. All right, let's bend the arms, palms up, and we'll rotate the arms out and in. Hands come out, hands come forward, and keep your elbows close to your ribs, rotating the upper arm bones within the shoulder sockets. And let's add a head turn, gently turning the head, waking up the neck. Two more each side. All right, let's let the arms hang by your sides and we'll start to move the legs now. Feet sit bone distance or wider, coming into a squat. Fold at your hips and knees, keep the back straight, and then stand up. Inhale, fold at the hips and knees. Exhale to stand. Collarbones stay wide. The arms are just hanging. Keep a little squeeze in the shoulder blades so that your upper body doesn't collapse. And we'll squat and hold. Let's take some arm scissors. One arm forward, one arm back, and switch. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Again, press into the tripods of your feet, big toe ball, pinky toe ball, and the heels. And we'll stand all the way up. Take some big shoulder rolls, a few in each direction. And reverse. And we'll fold at your hips and knees again. Let's find that squat. This time pull your elbows up and down. So we're bending the arms, lift your elbows slightly behind you and down. Or we could think about bringing those weights up to your ribs. Good. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Equal weight on both feet. 3 more here. And stand up again. All right, again, roll your shoulders back a couple times, just letting the lower back settle. Reverse those shoulders. And again, we'll squat down. This time for triceps. Bring your arms back behind you, squeeze the shoulder blades. Hinge at your elbows and press back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press. Navel to spine. Lengthen your spine on this angle. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 4 more. And we'll stand up. Let's step the feet out wide. Wide parallel, and we're going to take a twist. Let your arms swing and sway. A little rotation for the shoulders, the spine, a little bit in the hips. And back to the center. Let's externally rotate, so heels point in, toes point out. Bring the ends of the weights together. We're gonna lift up to the chin. And now as you lower the weights, bend your knees wide and sit squat. Stand, lift the weights up to your chin. And lower down, squat down. At your own pace. Again, connect to the tripod of your feet. Big toe ball, pinky toe ball, and heels. Equal weight on all 3 points. Option to lift your heels at the top, little balance on the toes, then lower the heels and squat down again. Zip up through your pelvic floor and abdominals. Three more. We'll squat down, turn the palms in, and now lift your arms out to the sides and down. Squeeze the shoulder blades, open the chest. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we'll stand up. Okay, let's set the weights down for a bit. We're gonna take a wide parallel stance. Hands to your hips, and we'll take some hip circles. A little yawn for your hip joints. Reverse. And back to the center. And we're gonna tip from one leg to the other, keeping the same distance between your feet. Maybe finding a little bit of balance or suspension. Connect into your core for spinal stability, hip stability. And let's find our balance on one side. Little circles of your free leg. Stabilize your pelvis. Reverse. Bigger circles, reverse. Big, slow circle. How big can you make that circle? Ooh, without moving your pelvis. And reverse, big, slow circle. And let's go to the other side. Balancing on the second side. Starting with little circles, stabilize your pelvis, lengthen your spine on this angle. Reverse. Reverse again, this time big circles. How big can you make that circle without moving your pelvis? Reverse. And we'll stand on both feet. Okay, so let's grab those weights again. Okay. We're gonna stand with one foot way backward, one foot way forward, so we have a lot of distance between the feet. Okay, so both knees straight, collarbones wide. You're gonna lift your back heel up, lower the back heel down, and we're gonna add a little bicep curl to that. Lifting the weights up as you lift your heel and lower down. If you want more intensity, you can scoot your foot back further, or less intensity, scoot it forward. Three more. Let's lower the back heel down, and now we're gonna flex the front foot. Flex and lower, and we'll do the same bicep curl. Zip up through your pelvic floor and abdominals. Collarbones wide. Four, 3, okay, lower the front foot, lift your back heel. We're gonna keep the back heel lifted, and we're gonna bend both knees, straighten both knees, coming straight down and up. Good. Okay, bring those weights just above your shoulders. We're gonna do the same thing in the legs. Bend both knees. And now as we straighten the knees, let's press the weights up to the ceiling. Bend your knees, bend your arms. Weights come to your shoulders, and exhale, press and lift up. Good. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. 3 more. And we'll switch out the legs. Shake that out if you need to. Okay, 1 foot forward, 1 foot backward. All right, we're gonna start with that heel lift in the back, and we'll add a bicep curl whenever you're ready. Toes and hips pointed forward. Connect to your abdominals. About 4 more here. Okay, lower the back heel, and now we'll flex the front foot. And you can do that with or without your bicep curl. Navel to spine, a little lift in the sternum. 5, 4, okay, lift the back heel up. Take those weights just above your shoulders. And now we're gonna bend both knees, come down, straighten both knees, and lift the weights up. Bend your knees, bend your arms. Exhale, lift up. Both knees bend, both knees straighten. Again, square the hips forward. Four more. Okay, and release and shake out those legs. Okay, we're gonna take the weights up overhead, weights together, and now you're gonna bend the arms, hands come behind your head and lift up. Bring the weights behind your head and lift up. Good, working the triceps. Navel to spine, tuck your lower ribs in. And maybe do this with a balance, maybe a single leg balance. If you're on one leg, switch. Four more with the arms. And we'll release, set those weights off to the side. Last thing standing, we'll take some big arm circles. Reach up, back, behind you, and down. Big yawn for your shoulders. How big can you make that circle? Really reach into the space behind you and reverse. Oh. One more. All right, and let's come down to sitting. Okay. All right, so knees bent, we'll use the weights again. Legs together. Press your feet into the floor, squeeze your legs together and reach those weights up, or you could do this without weights. We're gonna hinge back, take the arms forward, keeping the back straight, and then lift straight up to come forward. Inhale, hinge back, arms lower to counterbalance. Exhale, lift through your core, through your center. Zipping up through the inner thighs, pelvic floor, and abdominals. Get taller each time you get up, or each time you come up. Keep your feet down on the mat. If they lift up, then maybe don't go as far back. Three more. Let's hinge back and hold, palms up, little arm circles, collarbones wide. Reverse. Arms forward. Now bend one arm and switch. Alternating bicep curls. You can keep the feet down or lift your feet up and find your balance. Squeeze those legs together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And we'll set the feet down, set the weights down, open your knees, sit up tall, and then hinge forward. Butterfly stretch. Take a few deep breaths. Relax your shoulders, lengthen your spine on this angle. Okay, we'll set those weights off to the side. We're going to turn onto one side. So you're going to be on one hip, and we'll come down to your elbow. Waking up the obliques here. So knees bent, heels back in line with your tailbone. Lift your ribs up slightly, and your other hand can be anywhere. We're going to lift the pelvis and hold. Stay and breathe for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Pull your abdominals toward your spine. Keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll lower the hips down. All right, keep your pelvis stable. Keep lifting those side ribs. Extend the top leg out, and we're gonna do some forward and back of this leg. Keep taking that leg forward and back. Keep lifting through the side ribs so the obliques are still working. Lengthen the sides of your neck, the sides of your waist. Three more. And we'll bend that knee, stack the legs again. All right, reach your free arm up to the ceiling, and we're gonna lift the pelvis up again, going into more oblique work. So we're gonna twist and reach underneath you, untwist, reach up. Good. Inhale, under, reach behind you, untwist, reach up. 3 more. Inhale, under, exhale, lift. One more. Lift up, and we'll lower the hips down, and let's go to the second side. Elbow, hip, and heels all in one line. Other hand can be anywhere. We're gonna lift the pelvis up. Hold and breathe for the count of 15, 14, 13. Draw your abdominal wall to your spine. Lengthen the spine here, lengthen the neck. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the hips down. All right, keep your side ribs lifted so you're not slumping. Straighten out the top leg, and we'll take this leg forward and back. Stabilize your spine, your head, your shoulders, your pelvis. Keep lifting those ribs. They'll want to sink down, but lift up out of that shoulder. 3 more. And we'll rebend that knee. Stack the knees, stack the ankles, and reach your free arm up to the ceiling. Lift your pelvis up. And we'll rotate, reach under. Inhale. Exhale, untwist, reach up. Inhale, under. Exhale, up. Two more. Reach up and lower your pelvis down. And we're gonna sit on both sits bones. Okay, let's take your hands behind you, feet out wide, knees bent. We're gonna take both knees to one side as far as you can go, and then to the other side. Rotating the legs and pelvis, allowing for some twist in the spine. You might even feel a shoulder stretch, depending on how tight your shoulders are. Two more each way. All right, we're gonna come off the hands and we'll do that same movement, sitting as tall as you can. And your torso will turn from one side to the other. If you find yourself scooting forward, you can occasionally scoot back. Lift through the crown of your head, using the core to sit tall. Adding to this, we're gonna go to one side, so we have both knees down. You're gonna lean forward, press into your shins and lift your pelvis. Reverse that, lower the hips, and then go to the other side. Little lean forward, press into your shins, lift your hips, lower with control, and then switch to the other side. Continue at your own pace. How smooth can you make that up and down motion? Noticing any differences from one side to the other. Good. We'll do one more each side. Okay, legs together. I'm gonna turn to the side. We're gonna take your hands behind you for some push-ups behind your back. So fingers can point forward or slightly sideways. We're gonna bend the arms and straighten. Hands should be pretty far back. Inhale, bend, exhale, press. Good. Four more. Bend the arms, come down, and now little pulses up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll come all the way up off the hands. Grab on behind the thighs, legs together, collarbones wide. We're gonna hinge back and we're gonna find our teaser. Lift one shin up to level with the floor, and then other shin to meet it. Hold and breathe here, or you can let go of the legs and reach forward. If you wanna add more challenge, you can try raising and lowering the arms, exploring how high you can lift the arms without moving anything else. Keep your legs and your belly close together, or your chest and your knees close together. 3 more. or just keep holding, balancing. And let's come down onto your back. Lying down, we'll use some weights from here. Okay, we can do this with some lighter weights or no weights, up to you. All right, arms up to the ceiling. All right, we're gonna start with some arm scissors. One arm backward, one arm forward. Exhale, use your abdominals to help lift the arms and then switch. Inhale, scissor. Exhale to lift. Press your lower ribs down into the mat. Heavy through the top of the shoulder. Think about pressing the top of your arm down as you lift your hands up, so that the very top of the arm goes down as the hands lift up. One more each way. All right, weights together. Let's bring your legs up to tabletop now. Imprint your lower back, little pelvic tuck, and we'll tricep press. Inhale, bend your arms. Exhale, straighten up. You're welcome to straighten one leg at a time or both legs as you straighten the arms. Really press your lower ribs and lower back down. Deepen your abdominals. Four more here. All right, let's lift the arms up. Legs can be up or tabletop or feet down. We're gonna open the arms and open the legs. Exhale, close to center. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Draw everything to center. Arms, legs, abdominals.
Yep, there's a big old arm in there.
Two more. Now we're gonna do opposite arm and leg. Open one arm and the opposite leg. Exhale, close to center, and then switch. Stabilize your pelvis, stabilize the rib cage. Four, three, two, and one. All right, we'll set the feet down. Separate your weights and turn your palms forward. We're gonna bend out to the sides and press up, chest press. Narrow your ribs and waist with each exhale. Keep going with the arms. Option to straighten one leg out on the floor and lift that leg up as you lift the weights up. Lower as you bend the arms. Navel down to lift up. 4, 3, and we'll switch legs. Keep going with the arms. Leg comes up as the arms come up, or you could do this just the arms. Navel down to lift up. Two more. And we'll set the weights off to the side. All right, arms out to the sides. Actively press your arms down into the floor. We're gonna take your legs to tabletop. Again, find that imprint and then straighten your legs up to the ceiling. So curling the tailbone slightly up so your lower abs are working. We're gonna keep your lower back down on the floor. And you're gonna draw little circles with your legs, keeping the legs together. Kind of circling around on your lower back. See if you can use your abdominals to move your legs. And then reverse. Keep pressing down actively through your arms. Reverse again. See if it feels okay to go a little bit bigger. Reverse. Bend your knees to tabletop. Flex the feet. And now bring your palms to the front of your thighs. Maintain that imprint in your lower back. Push your hands into your thighs. Push your thighs back into your hands so you're fighting against yourself. And deepen your abdominals. Push and breathe for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring those knees to the outsides of your ribs and grab on behind your thighs, around your ankles, or around the feet. So a happy baby position. Press your tailbone down, lengthening the spine on the floor. And you can hold in one place or you can do a little rock side to side. We're gonna keep half of this happy baby. So you're gonna keep one side connected. We'll let go with the other side. You're gonna reach that arm back, your leg forward. Try and press the back of your thigh down into the floor so we get a little hip flexor stretch. And then bring it back in. Grab your thigh, your knee, or your foot, and then switch. Extend your arm back, your leg forward. Try and press the back of your thigh down into the mat, into the floor, opening through that hip. And then come back in. And you're gonna keep alternating at your own pace. You can hold this stretch for longer if you like. About 10 seconds more. And we'll set the feet down. Headed into bridging. Arms down by your sides. Feet sit bone distance apart, so about a fist distance apart. Again, press into the tripod of your feet. Narrow your spine, narrow your abdominals around your spine, and lift your pelvis up. And we're gonna hold it here for 3 breaths. With each exhale, deepen your abdominals around your spine. Your abdominals are like a corset coming in from the sides and the front to come around to the spine. And then keep those abdominals working as you lower your pelvis down. 2 more like that. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, narrow your abdominals, float your pelvis up. Equal weight into the tripod of your feet. Actively press down through the arms, stay for 3 breaths. With each exhale, hug your abdominals closer to your spine. Open through the front of your hips. and then lower with control. Last one like this. Hold at the top for 3 breaths. Even weight into those 3 points of the foot, making sure you're not rolling out on the feet. Deepen your abdominals, open through the front of the hips, active through your arms, push down through the arms. And we'll come back down. Let's add a bit of arm movement. So we're gonna grab those weights again. Arms straight up to the ceiling now, vertical arms. Same bridge, you're gonna press into the tripod of your feet, float your pelvis up, and you're gonna keep the pelvis here. Hug your abdominals deeper to your spine with each exhale. Now we're gonna circle the arms, kind of medium-sized circles. Keep the weights within your field of vision. Open through the front of the hips, press into your big toe ball. Reverse those circles. Squeeze your abdominals closer to your spine with each exhale. Reverse the arms again. Reverse one more time. And we'll come all the way down. Let's set the weights off to the side. And let's roll over to one side. All right. Slight bend in both knees, heels back in line with your tailbone. And we're gonna start by lifting and lowering the top foot. So knees are glued together. We'll get some internal rotation for your leg. Three more. And now we'll lift both feet up and lower both feet down. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Lift and hold. We'll keep the feet up and together, open and close the top knees. Stabilize your pelvis, clamshell the leg. Or external rotation for the leg. Four. 3. This time we'll open and hold. Keep your thigh bone here, and we'll simply extend your knee and then bend and tap the feet together. Straighten that knee and bend. Stable pelvis, stable through the thigh bones. 3, 2, and 1. And we'll rest the legs down. All right, let's bring the knees closer to your chest, more of a fetal position. We're gonna take the top arm forward, and you're gonna reach that hand as far forward as you can. Now we're gonna use this hand, this arm for a circle. So you're gonna start to move that arm up, over the other arm, over your head, back behind you, drawing a big circle on the floor. Keep your hand on the floor for as long as possible. You'll have to lift it to go over your hip and thigh, and then back to the floor in front of you. One more in this direction. Big circle. Rotating the spine. Get that nice stretch for your shoulder, for your ribs. And once your arm is in front of you, let's reverse that. Down over the hip and thigh. Back. Up and over the top. One more big circle in this direction. All right, and we're gonna go to the other side. Okay, stack your knees, your ankles, heels back in line with the tailbone. Starting with internal rotation. So squeeze the knees, lift and lower the top foot. Actively squeeze that top knee down into the bottom knee. Knee down as your foot comes up. Two more. And then both feet up and both feet down. And your pelvis might move, that's okay. We can even get some oblique work as your hip comes toward your ribs. 3 more. And we'll hold it up. Keep the feet together, clamshell, open and close the top knee, stabilize your pelvis. Make sure that top hip does not roll back. Four more. Open the knee and hold. We'll keep your thigh bone and knee here. Extend your knee and bend. So we straighten and we bend, tapping the toes. Keep opening that knee. Drive the top hip forward. 4 more. And we'll rest the legs down. Draw your knees a little closer to your chest. And we'll take the top arm forward. We're gonna draw that big circle. You're gonna start by going over your head, over the other arm on the floor, all the way back. Try and keep your fingers on the floor for as long as possible. One more big circle in this direction. And then you'll reverse. Last one. Okay, and we're gonna lie face down on the mat or on the floor. Okay, we're gonna take a quad stretch here first. So you're gonna bend one knee, reach back with the same arm, and see if you can grab your foot or your ankle, rest your forehead down. To deepen the stretch, drive your pubic bone down, belly button up, and maybe try lifting that knee slightly off the floor, keeping that hip down. We'll hold and breathe here. Keep drawing your belly button up away from the floor. Little pelvic tuck. And we'll switch legs. Drive your pubic bone down, belly button up, and maybe you'll hover that knee slightly off the mat. Keep that hip down. Keep lifting your belly button up. Like you have a little ice cube in your belly button. Ooh, it's cold. Two more breaths. And we'll release that leg. We'll stack your palms. We're gonna take the legs a little, no we're not, so we'll stay parallel, sorry. Drive your pubic bone down, belly button up, so again we're lengthening the low back. Okay, we're gonna float one thigh off the floor. Lower down, and then switch, lifting the other leg up, lifting from the top of your leg. So just single leg lift. Exhale, float one leg up, lower down, and then the other leg, keeping the knee straight. So we're lifting from the upper hamstring, lower glute. And then both legs. Exhale, pubic bone down, lift those legs, and then lower. Navel up as you lift your legs. Lifting from the top of your thigh. This time we're gonna lift and hold. Keep that lift in your abdominals. Now slowly bend your knees. Keeping the knees floated off the floor. How deep can you bend the knees? And then slowly straighten the legs out. Still floating your knees off the floor. And again, bend, pulling with those hamstrings. Heels come toward your butt. And then extend out, lengthen and lower, moving slowly on purpose. Lift your thighs, lift your belly button. Elongate your lower back. 2 more. And we'll relax the legs, gently wiggle your hips side to side to release. All right, let's come up onto your forearms, up to a Sphinx position. Elbows under shoulders, spread your fingers wide, palms press into the floor. And now lift your sternum up, shoulders back, lift through the crown of your head. And from here, you're gonna try to pull your body forward with your arms. You won't actually go anywhere, but we're trying to pull, squeeze the shoulder blades, keep pulling and breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now draw your chin to your chest, around the upper back, mid back, low back, and lift your pelvis up in line with your shoulders. And now hold and breathe here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down. Let's do each of those again. Shoulders back, chest forward, look forward. Energy up through the crown of your head. Try and pull your body forward with your arms. Another 10, 9, 8. Squeeze your shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chin to chest. Lift your ribs, lift your pelvis. Hold and breathe here. 8, 7, 6. This is harder than a forearm or than a modified plank, so it's quite challenging to stay here. That's how we know we're doing it right. 2, 1, lower the hips down. 1 more of each. Chest forward, lift through the top of your head, squeeze your shoulder blades, and try and pull your body forward with your arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chin to chest, lift your ribs, lift your belly, lift your hips. Hold and breathe. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. You can relax here on the mat or come into a child's pose or whatever feels good to you. Take 3 more deep breaths. Wherever you are, breathe into your back, into your shoulders, your hips. And that's all we have time for today, so we'll stop there.